minute, bringing our time to 8:15 with Orange. Discover unlimited internet on your phone, modem or flybox. Unlimited changes with Orange. Today changes with Orange. And we are talking with Eric Latiff, just really having a conversation about the forthcoming elections and the people who we will be voting in, what they are here to do, and why we need to get ourselves informed about the decisions that we are making. Now, after the violence that spread across Africa across Kenya, after the 2007 elections, I think I can fairly say all of us were affected, either directly or indirectly. I think that's a fair comment, don't you?
Yeah, regardless where you live, you got affected.
And, you know, we've been running the Umoja Pamoja campaign, the Capital FM initiative, where the Capital FM family and like-minded individuals and organizations and corporations have teamed up to push for peaceful elections, whatever the outcome. Now, join the Umoja Pamoja initiative and join the lively discussions on how to make your vote count and how we can all be the change that we would like to see. And I love that bit about being the change that we want to see, because, of course, once we have voted in these people, we still need to hold them responsible and accountable for what they are there to do.
Indeed, we are the ones who are employing these people. We are the ones who need the services, and that's why we are electing. We are going into an election to create a government that delivers to the people. And a couple of friends and I sat down and we thought, listen, let's look at Nairobi, because this is where we live, this is where we work, this is what we do. We come to the city every day. I mean, we live in our estates. We operate in Nairobi. We are bringing up our families in Nairobi. Now, what we need to do, we need to make sure that who we are voting for understands their job. And two, we also need to understand the job of the person that we are electing. And we said, then how do we hold them accountable after this? We need to make them know that we, the residents of Nairobi, are the ones who run this city. And so we came up with a campaign called I Run This City. And I Run This City is basically that, straightforward, that I am the one who lives here, who gets affected, who needs Nairobi to work. Therefore, I run this city. And we now the campaign is a digital campaign. We have, we don't want to call it a website, because a website is where you go and you find a lot of information and you take the information and you go away.
Yes.
We call this a forum, because you come in here and you engage with your neighbors. The number one thing that we wanted to do is to bring down the point of the ward representative. And very many people up to today will tell you, did you register as a voter in December? Yes, I did. So where are you registered? They'll tell you, I'm registered in this constituency or the other. And what's your ward? Actually, I don't know that. So first point is know your ward, because it's important. That's your direct contact with the government at the ward level. So on this forum, we have created the 84 wards in Nairobi. We have created a page for each ward where we're telling you, when you come to this forum, you enter your ward, and well, for some reason, if you don't remember, if you don't have the voter slip, because it's written in the voter slip that you got, if you don't remember, you can use an application that we've posted there. Just type in where you live. You type in where you live, or maybe the primary school that you're going to vote in. It'll bring you the constituency and all the polling stations in that constituency. And if you click on the polling station that you're going to vote in, it'll tell you this is the ward. So you'll know the ward. And once you enter that ward, you start now discussing issues about the ward with your neighbors, because the people who live in that ward are basically your neighbors. Start talking about the systems that are working, those that are not working. Start talking about the kind of leadership that you need. The person that you want to elect as a county rep should understand these are the issues. Talk about the roads, talk about maybe water. There, for example, I'm looking at this one here, high rise. High rise, people are saying we've not had water for the last 3 months. So this is a very key issue in high rise. Somebody else is saying that we have not seen, the main issue in high rise is water and security. And if people in high rise are saying that that's their number one focus, then the county rep should also know, so how do we address this issue? When I go to the county assembly, how do I raise this issue? How do I make sure that the people in my ward start getting the services of water, start getting secure, feeling secure. How do we improve security? How do we work with the community to improve our own security? Those are the things that we're talking about.
Now, the website is the forum. The forum is irunthiscity.org. It's all one word, irunthiscity.org. And some of the points on there are very valid, which is, I have no clue. I'm just reading a comment out of someone from Komarok, which is in Embakasi Central. I have no clue of who is vying for county rep in my area. And this is probably what a lot of people pretty much across Nairobi and across Kenya would say.
Indeed. Very many people do not know exactly who is vying as ward rep. They may know the MP. Of course, they know the president. They probably have even made up their mind who the president is their president of choice is. But you don't know who you're going to vote for as councillor. Now, as county rep. Now, what we're doing is we have contacted the IEBC. And they have promised, because they need to gazette all the candidates that have been passed to vie on March 4th. They're going to be gazetted next week. So the IEBC is going to give us the name of these candidates plus a photo of all of them and the party, of course. And we'll be posting them on each of these pages.
Okay.
If you're in that Komarok ward, you'll get onto the Komarok ward and you'll see these are the people who are vying. And you've probably seen them coming door to door, you've seen the posters and all, but we start having this conversation of who is so-and-so and what do they stand for. And we also want the candidates to get into that forum and start articulating their issues. Get into your ward page and start saying, guys, I am vying on this ticket and this is what I stand for, this is what I believe I can do for you, what would you like me to improve on, what would you like me to address? And people will engage with you at that neighborhood level. So you'll be talking to your constituents directly.
Excellent. Well, we're talking with Eric Latiff, just having a chat about the Constitution and about the election that is coming up, and specifically about the people who are going to be in charge of our day-to-day standard of living in and around the area where we live. How to find out who those people are, how to engage with them on a platform where you get to meet other people, your neighbors, as Eric has rightly called them, who are living in that same ward and who are living with the same conditions that you are, and how you can get to them. That forum, again, irunthiscity.org. irunthiscity.org. Get on there and just find out which one is your county, which one is your ward, and pretty soon, as Eric has said, find out also who's standing there. There's other things actually that you can do on it, isn't it? Because it's quite interactive.
Yep. What you can do also is once you get onto your, let's say you get onto your ward, the first thing that we are asking you to do is rate the situation in this ward. We have roads, water, sewerage, hospitals and clinics, security, schools, living standards, street lighting. Now we have the ranks as worst, bad, can pass, good and excellent. Now, if you think that the roads in your area can pass, you tick on can pass. Water is excellent, is fine. Sewerage is worst. Just go in there and rate. And then the forum, basically this page will be able to show you the top pressing issues in this ward. Roads are bad, security is worse, street lighting is excellent, is worse. So people know when you just get in there, you can see these are the main issues in this ward, and you start talking about them. For example, road XYZ hasn't been repaired since I moved here. I haven't seen a street light working near my neighborhood at such and such a place. You're talking about specifics, and you can interact about that. You can take a photo of something that you like or you don't like about your area, and you can also post it there. When you just go onto the comments page, it allows you to post in a photo, or it allows you to post in a comment.
Excellent.
And
Thank
you can do this as well via social media. We are on Facebook, facebook.com/IRunThisKE, as one word, IRunThisKE, and Twitter is @IRunThisKE. So all those, whenever if you comment on Facebook, we can also see it on the forum.
Eric, can I just ask in closing, why are you doing this?
Because I have lived in Nairobi. Listen, this is the thing. Very many people have said, you live in Nairobi, but when it comes to time for registering as a voter, you want to go shags. This has happened probably because in the last elections we used to do them in December, And in December, basically, you're going to your shags, right? For the holidays. So you want to vote in shags. But fact of the matter is, you spend your life in Nairobi. I looked at Nairobi and I remembered growing up and seeing areas in Nairobi, estates in Nairobi where there was a school is just nearby. There's a dispensary. Did you know that there are more than 240 dispensaries run by City Council in Nairobi?
I know that. I didn't know there were 240.
More than.
I think using the word "run" would be a bit of an exaggeration.
Under the management
yes, there you go. Yes.
of the City Council of Nairobi.
No.
Can you imagine if all these 240 facilities were working? Then we would not be having such a problem we have with healthcare. People would not be going to Kenyatta Hospital for the slightest, or even to the other big private hospitals. The first port of call would be your nearest dispensary.
Of course.
The council should be able to be adding these facilities. When's the last time you saw a new school and it had a sign, the City Council of Nairobi, such and such primary school? We don't have those anymore. When is the last time you saw those City Council, they used to be called Kimero, those City Council garbage trucks?
True that.
Why don't we have them? That's what I looked at and I thought, no, I think we have deteriorated. And one of the things that we have done is because we do not elect a councillor, therefore we don't even know or care what they do. And they've gone in there and they haven't had a grasp of the kind of work that they're supposed to do, the councillors. So the Council of Nairobi has basically just gone down. We are coming into a county system where we don't have a minister or a PS anymore who should be holding them accountable. They are going to be independent. Now, if we have people who do not have an idea what the county assembly should be doing and what the county executive committee under the governor should be doing and what the governor should be doing, then we're going to have a problem. Wait, you're saying Nairobi is bad right now? In about 10 years' time, you and I will start complaining that this devolution thing was a sham. No, it wasn't a sham. We let it happen. I'm not going to let it happen. That's why I said, come on, guys, let's do something about this.
Eric Latiff being the change that he and we want to see in Nairobi and in Kenya. Get onto that forum. I've just posted the link on Capital in the Morning on our Twitter page. irunthisscity.org. Eric, thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Thank you, Renee.
And it's always lovely to chat with you. irunthisscity.org. Get on there, register, rate, and let us know. And in fact, post pictures to see, so that other people can see what is going on in your area and what needs to be dealt with. Coming up next, Antenna and some Neo to ease us back into that love mood. Are you doing anything for Valentine's, Eric?
It's a secret.
It's a secret. Ooh, Mrs. Latiff, be warned.
It's meant to be a surprise.
Excellent.